right. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Rick Phillips for CampusNation.com, the Internet Sports Authority, and WZAA 106.9 LPFM in Jeffersonville, Ohio. Live here with Joe Davis. And Joe, you're doing the play-by-play, aren't you?
I like to play, yes.
Everyone. Welcome to Carleton, Davidson
So anyway,
Stadium today.
this is tournament baseball. You can't get any better here. It's a beautiful day, nice and sunny, and hopefully everything will go off without a hitch. We have, I think it's the 7th and 8th seed or the 6th and 7th seed. Either way, Catholic Central is the higher of the two seeds, or I guess you could say the lower of the two seeds. They're the home team today. Cedarville is the away team, and whichever team wins this game tonight, they get the great pleasure of playing the number one seed in this part of the bracket
that's
here.
One way to look at it, yes.
Right. So,
I mean, if you were going to draw up back in April, March, the perfect day to play baseball, this is what you draw up
right.
to play baseball.
Humidity is low, and
73 degrees.
And of course, everything today being brought to you by Destination Outlets in Jeffersonville, Ohio. Eat, shop, and play in Jeffersonville, Ohio at Destination Outlets. That's your go-to place, isn't it, Joe?
That's my go-to place.
And you go to the launch, is what you do, right?
I've been there.
Yeah. The game will get, well, we're on the air, of course, but the game will get underway in about the next 5-6 minutes. Joe, do you have the lineups for the teams?
Yes,
for
I was getting
both
ready to say,
teams?
I've got both teams.
Why don't you give us some information here?
All right, for the Indians, which will be leading off, Coach Dakota Snyder. Their record from the last I wrote down was 6-13. Batting first will be Criswell, shortstop. Miller catching. Winter will be playing third base. Johnson, the big boy that hit the big homer the other day.
Hit the Joe tree.
Hit the Joe tree out in the outfield. Will be pitching today. Now, he's caught. He's played first. Shortstop. I think he may have even played third. I'm not sure. If he's pitched earlier, we weren't at that game. And so now to see this big boy pitching, I'm interested to see this.
Well, I'm sure he'd be kind of imposing up there on the mound, wouldn't he?
Oh, yeah. Then after that, we got Drelocks, or Dre, playing first base. Baldwin will be DHing, or is the third baseman. Lyde will be playing second base. Burr is playing left field, and Cross is playing right field.
I used to do this years ago at the Division I game.
The switch isn't working.
Gotta finish, Joe.
Yeah, somebody came up and I just
So
didn't
if
wanna...
anything,
Okay, now we're going into the other team, the Catholic Central, and Coach John Metzger. Catholic Central, no, I believe their record is 8-16. First batter is Thrasher playing center field. Gutierrez. You should let me get it. I'll get it. I just got a frog in my throat there. Gutierrez playing shortstop. Lopez playing right field. Adams, I don't have what position he's playing, so I got to find that out.
All right. Well, you'll probably know when he takes the field.
Yeah, well, when he takes field. Left field is Pummel. Bramall is pitching. Thomas is DHing for Aiden Thomas playing third base. Now is first base, and Thomas is playing second base. Now let me see here. First, second, shortstop. I don't see third base mentioned, so he looks like he may be playing third base. All right, Brady Adams playing third base. I'm not that stupid that I can't figure that out. I'm slow sometimes. Oh, nope, Aiden Thomas is playing third, so I take it back. He's not playing third. First, second, third, left field, center field, right field. Nope, there's right field.
Before we start tonight's game, would everyone please stand for the playing of our national anthem?
both teams are huddling up on their own side of the field. Catholic Central by just off the third base line, and excuse me, buffer my bad language here. The Indians are off to the first base side. Now they're breaking, going to the dugout. Davidson Center taking the field, and Cedarville is getting ready to come up to bat. Leading off again for Cedarville will be Criswell playing shortstop, followed by Miller catching, followed by Winter playing third base. Told the coach for Cedarville, if a ball's hit that way and he goes like this and bobbles it, you're going to say error on coach. We picked on him that way a couple times this year. You can say error on the coach at third base.
First three batters in the top of the first for Cedarville. Number 2, Braden Criswell. Number 1, Jackson Miller. Number 8, Jacob Winter. The starting pitcher for the Irish this evening is number 9, Ben Bramall.
And here we go. Umpire said 2 more throws. Batter is starting to walk up for his position to bat. 1 more throw going down. Nice throw.
First batter up for the Indians, the shortstop, number 2, Braden Criswell.
Okay, Criswell stepping in. Fielders go back to their positions after the throw around. And this game is about to be underway.
They added length to the net.
Yeah.
For the base.
Ball outside, got by the catcher. Ball 1. Yeah, after a nice warm up, so it looks like they come out there. The first batter tried to overthrow the ball.
I've seen sometimes the last 2 years here, the Davidson just run back.
Foul tip, swing at him. So even the count 1-1. I can say whoever's doing it, there's no ball to strike on the scoreboard. And a hit down the third baseline fair. Criswell going to first, rounding it, but he's not going to go into second base. That ball got to the outfielder quick. He's going to take that with a nice leadoff single. So we got Criswell in first, Miller coming to bat.
Batting second for the Indians this evening, number 1, Jackson Miller.
I'm going to say Jackson's good at bunting, so I wouldn't be surprised getting the first guy on, having bunt him over. That wouldn't surprise me. And he went to a bunt look for the first ball.
Andrew DeWitt. That played for Central. Played for Kings this year.
He pops it. It's up in the air. And it's a fair ball. Catcher hit it. Throws the second. The runner, unfortunately, was held in. He couldn't tell what happened. The ball went foul, and
1 down in the top of the first.
he gets picked off.
Batting third, the third baseman, number 8, Jacob Winter.
So we had a fielder's choice on the second at bat. The bunt went high. The catcher went out, hit his glove, spun foul. The runner wasn't sure what to do and got caught and got picked off at second, or forced at second. Excuse me. All right, Winter batting. He's playing third base tonight. Johnson, who's pitching tonight, is on deck. And a high pop-up going to second base. And caught for out number 2. And that was
Batting
high.
cleanup, the pitcher, number 12, Mason Johnson.
So F4. Mason Johnson batting. Has power. It went out the other day at Cedarville. Hit the Joe Davis tree. Ooh. Nice throw to first base. Miller was almost caught over there, but he got back. He's going, and it's hit into the left center field. Left fielder looks like he's got it, aiming for it, and has got it. So,
Inning over for the Irish in the bottom of the first. It will be Noah Thrasher, Caleb Gutierrez, and Will Lopez.
okay, coming back to the next inning for Indians will be Dre, Baldwin, DHing, and Lyde. Starting off the inning for the Catholic Central will be Thrasher, Gutierrez, and Lopez.
Might have been close to being out on the regular.
What's that?
That could have been out on the regular.
Yeah.
He hit that pretty deep.
He hit it deep. He hit one probably about 20 to 25 feet further than that at Cedarville the other day. And then he hit one right down the line, and the outfielder, who backed up because of the first hit, caught the ball one stride from the fence, within 3 feet of the white line.
Tell me when I should hit play on the walk.
I'm just going by what you do. I mean, if you play, and then I'll just announce the first batter. I like listening to you.
I'm waiting until says 2. There we go.
There you go.
Leading off for the Irish in the bottom of the first, the center fielder, number 5, Noah Thrasher.
All right, stepping up to the plate, Noah Thrasher. I had batter number 5. Johnson to Miller, the battery. Johnson to Miller. And first pitch is swung on and foul tipped. Strike 1. Rick's going to have to help me remember what the strike count is because strike 2. Oh, it is going up on the outside now. For a minute there it wasn't, and I like to weigh a lot of power on that. Ooh, side just missed the batter. Started to stride into it and then backed out. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, he got it. Wasn't close enough last time, got a little closer this time. Got the inside corner on that one. 3 balls, 1 strike. And a high pop-up.
Infield fly rule.
Second baseman catches it, nobody tries to advance. So we have F4. 1 out. One out. Men on first and second. Batter is Brady Adams, left-handed
And
batter.
cleanup for the Irish this afternoon, the catcher, number 3, Brody Adams.
And I watched him swing and a miss, strike one. I watched him in batting practice early today before the teams were here. He was powering that ball, I tell you. He's got some power on him. Throw to third, and called safe. Just keep it down in here, please.
Sorry. You should hear me during peak season.
All righty. Runners are second and third on the steal. Hit the short. We got a man that's caught in a rundown. It was advancing from second. There was no force. I'm taking back up. Nope, didn't take him back far enough. And we get him. But the runner, he kept it up enough that the runner advanced.
And one across the plate.
What's that? And a run scored. You're right. One of the runs came in. All right.
The left fielder, number 11, Bryce Pummel.
Bryce Pummel coming to bat. Right-handed batter. Takes the pitch on the outside corner for strike one. So we now have one run in, but 2 outs. That was a good heads-up play by the shortstop. The runner didn't have to go and thought they would throw to the first base, but they threw to third, forced him into a rundown. And strike 3.
Irish get 1 run, and after 1 complete, lead the game 1-0.
And they trail 1-0 right now, Cedarville Indians, but it could have been worse when your first 2 batters get on base. So I think they came out a little bit ahead on that in a way compared to where they could have been. Next 3 batters for Catholic Central. Next inning will be Bramall, Thomas, and Naw, excuse me. And coming up to bat for our Cedarville Indians are Dre, Baldwin, and Lyde, or Drelocks, as I like to say. Number 19, the batter. Dre? Yeah. His hair comes down to his shoulder, so I told him his nickname is Drelocks. He liked it. So I'm fine. As long as he's fine with it, I'm fine with it. All right. Couple more throws for the pitcher-catcher. Catcher just coming out. We're getting a scattering of good fans here today. But there's the lower level right below us, about 4 or 5 rows, is fairly well full. Then we got bleachers to the right and bleachers to the left that have fans in them. So nice day for a ball game. This is just a beautiful night for a ball. If you didn't have anything to do, come out and watch the game. All right, here we go. Dre
Leading off the top of the second for Cedarville, the first baseman, number 19, James Dre.
strike one as a swing through on the outside corner. And that's a ball, so even to count 1-1.
Let a pitch. Dre started to go, but held back. Low ball. 2 balls and a strike. And swung and fouled off out of play. 2-2. And off the wrist, going slowly toward third. Dre running down, and he's called out at first base. Don't mind the antics, some wild girl in the room here where we are.
Up for the Indians, the DH, number 18, Chase Baldwin.
All right, 5-3 on that play. Baldwin, the batter, DHing. He's hitting it down toward third, but going foul.
Did you say the next kid up is Lide?
Lide, Lide. Took that one high. Okay, Baldwin is DHing for third baseman Orr today. Ball outside. It was maybe going to be outside, but fouled off out of play. And here we go, ball pitcher on the mound. Oh, late swing on that one. And strike 3. So we got 2 outs. Lied the batter. Burr on deck.
Next batter up for Cedarville, the second baseman, number 10, Jacob Lied.
That would be my sister hopping around.
Yeah, she should be.
Oh, she should brought her crutches.
Strike 1 to the batter. Lied. Strike 2 swing. Check swing high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball 2. 2-2 the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on.
Guess I better change the inning, huh?
And strike 3.
Into the inning, after 1.5, it's the Irish 1, the Indians 0.
Well, get ready for a shopping experience like no other at Destination Outlets. Our one-stop shop offers premium brands and great deals for everyone with designer fashions, kids' clothing, and homewares. And it's not just about shopping. We have a delicious array of food options, from fast food to a sit-down restaurant, The Crave. Plus, our dog park is the perfect spot for your furry friends to stretch their legs while you shop till you drop. Experience the perfect day out with the whole family at Destination Outlets in Jeffersonville, Ohio. You go there all the time, don't you, Joe?
Oh, all
All the time, yeah.
Every time I got to pick you up.
Joe Davis with yours truly, Rick Phillips here. We are in Springfield, Ohio for this first of tournament games in baseball. The winner of this game goes to face the number 1 team in this bracket. So no short task if and when someone gets past the teams they're playing today.
Leading off for the Irish, the pitcher, number 9, Ben Bramall.
Ben Bramall leading off for the Irish. He's pitching today.
Now, the game that we did, Joe, in fact, that was the only other game that these two teams met.
Right.
Very close game. The Indians won 6-5. Did they? We didn't go in extra innings, did we?
I don't think so.
I think it was. Yeah. Teams are fairly evenly matched.
Strike 2. Batter backed up a little bit, but ball was called a strike. So we got no balls, 2 strikes on Ben Bramall, first batter in the second inning for Catholic. There's a high pop-up going towards shortstop. He's calling for it and has it for out number 1.
Okay, Joe. All right, Joe. Just concentrate on the game,
What?
please.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just
Quit being a bully. You're going to get some demerits. That's the Catholic school way. So,
I just pick it on you.
we got one out in the bottom of the second inning. You can't. I mean, she goes to Central Catholic.
I
She's got
know.
She's
I'm
got
just-
to be rooting for her team,
I
huh?
just pick it on her. I just pick it on her.
You're a senior? Oh, last year. So
Last
you were a
year.
senior last year. Oh, she's an all grown-up girl
She's
here.
all grown-up woman now.
That's right.
She's got to act with more maturity now.
Uh-huh.
Strike to B. Thomas. He's DHing for Aiden Thomas, who's playing third. Ball hitting to center field. Center fielder has got it narrowed down and has it caught. That was 2 outs. F8. And a nice catch by Orr in center field.
Number 16, Tim Null.
Tim Nall, first baseman. Big boy, if he gets a hold of it, he could send that somewhere. And he hits it right to short. Takes a hop right up to the shortstop. Nice throw to Dre.
play.
Third out.
At the end of 2, the Irish still lead.
Good scoop, good play. Central Catholic 1, Cedarville nothing. After 2, Joe.
After 2, 1-0. Thomas will be the next batter. A. Thomas playing second base for them. Going back to the top of the order to Thrasher and Gutierrez. Coming to bat for the Cedarville Indians is Burr, Cross, and then Criswell top of the order.
You're listening to CampusNation.com, the Internet Sports Authority. WZAA 106.9 LPFM in Jeffersonville, Ohio. The Cedarville Indians being hosted by the Central Catholic Irish in this game today. First of the baseball tournament season, Joe.
Oh, yes, it is. It is.
Not all teams are playing today, but
No, but this is the day.
this is
it
the
starts.
first day. It starts today.
And, you know, some teams have a bye, so they're not playing until they find out who wins these games.
And I'm not really sure this year because I know they've switched up a lot of the places they play. Where do they actually play the final game for the state championship?
In baseball, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Do
because
you know, anybody here know where the state finals baseball is held?
that's a no.
That's a no. Nobody knows. You know, for some reason, in the back of my mind, I thought it was held at Wright State one year, but that could have been years ago, and I don't know.
Yeah, well, I think sometimes they'll move the venues around, but
Right.
sometimes they might use a local university. Sometimes they'll use a high school that has an exceptional
Just depends on
ball
the
diamond.
colleges, what's
Right.
available at that time, I
Right.
think. Here we go. And strike on the outside corner. And fouled out of play.
Show 0-2 quickly here in the top of the third inning. We We're at Carleton Davidson Stadium, home to Wittenberg University here in Springfield, Ohio. Joe Davis and Rick Phillips. And a strikeout.
And a strikeout.
So one down in the top of the third.
For Cedarville, the right fielder, number 6, Tyler Cross. Braden Griswell on deck.
I got the right names. I forgot to change the numbers. That's what was throwing me there. Okay, Burb just struck out. Cross batting right field. And he bunts it. It's out back toward the pitcher. He's got some speed, and he's just thrown out at first. If he'd have got that anywhere but right at the pitcher, I think he'd have beat that out.
Got beat by a step.
Back to the top of the order for Cedarville, the shortstop, number 2, Braden Griswell.
And Criswell coming to bat, Braden Criswell.
Fouled back here.
Fouled out of play.
Now, if it comes in, are you gonna catch it, Joe?
Oh, of course, especially when I don't even know it's coming.
Well, it would have to get through the net, so it would be.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty safe.
Yeah, it would be coming at a very high rate of speed here.
If it gets through that net, then it's going to be dangerous, yeah. Oh, that was a good pitch. Strike 2. Or strike 1, excuse me. I thought, no, it's 2. One was fouled off. I'm looking at the thing on the scoreboard.
There's 2 outs. That was about over his helmet.
So we got a ball. It's showing a ball, a strike, but wasn't one fouled back this way?
There's 2 strikes.
Yeah.
One ball, two strikes, 2 outs, and the top of the third inning here in Springfield, Ohio for this tournament action.
I hate to put my face out there and say I'm, 1 ball, 1 strike, or 2 strikes and find out that I'm wrong. So, there's a hit down the left field line. And it stays fair.
It's a foul
and
ball.
And it's way foul. But, baby, it was jacked down the line.
Yep.
If he could have kept that fair, might have been out of here. Died off a little bit as it bared left.
Well, it did hit the fence, but it went an extra little distance there from the foul pole. So,
right.
Not hard telling.
So, Griswold batting 1 ball, 2 strikes still. And back over our heads, out of play.
He's wasting some pitches here.
Yeah. The left fielder has pulled over really close to the line. Center fielder is still playing straight ahead, so there's a big gap in left center field. If you can get this ball over shortstop,
it'll go forever.
It'll go for a while. And hit down the third base line and caught by the third base coach.
Snyder does it again.
Snyder
snags the ball.
If you're listening to this later, giving you the ups on that one, good catch. Ball low outside. Tell you what, when you get 2 strikes, taking a pitch is very.
But that was awfully low. He would have had to.
I know it was low, but it scares me. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And there's strike 3 on the corner. That was a good pitch. Good pitch.
You definitely don't want to be caught looking at those.
No.
So we're going to go to the. We're going to go to the bottom of the third inning here. Irish up 1-0.
Very reminiscent of the last time
I was
going
to say, the last
close.
time they played, the Irish were up most of the game until they got in the late innings, and then Cedarville topped it off and won by a run. What's that?
I don't think so.
Well, the coach probably would, but I don't think Ohio High School Athletic Association has any pitch count rules. Now, they do at the lower levels, but not here.
Yeah.
But the only thing that's different from regular ball would be the 7 innings that they normally play here. And, of course, you can be run ruled, in high school baseball. You have to be ahead by 10 after the 5th inning in order to run rule the other team. But right now, the way everything's going, I doubt seriously, unless someone breaks out, that there's going to be any run ruling today.
Like I said, we've had them before. They played just like this, very close.
Well, if you're looking for fun and an exciting day out with the family, come on down to Launch, located at Destination Outlets in Jeffersonville. Enjoy a game of bowling with friends. Go head-to-head on classic arcade games or challenge your luck on our Lucky Putt golf course. Feeling hungry? Head over to Crave for a delicious meal before your next activity. Come over to Launch and help us make your unforgettable memories with your loved ones. That's at Destination Outlets in Jeffersonville, Ohio, also home to our studios for WZAA and Campus Nation. We are inside Destination Outlets.
And here we go. Bottom of the third inning. Ooh, inside pitch again. Batter almost leaned into it and luckily got out of the way. And this is number 30, A. Thomas, the second baseman. And he bunts it. Pitcher's picking it up, throwing to first.
Too high.
He beat it out. It's not an error. It was he beat it out.
Now, is this the team with the 3 Thomases?
I think it is.
A,
or at
B,
least
and C?
2.
At least 2 Thomases?
2 Thomases.
All
A.
right.
Thomas and B. Thomas.
A and B.
To the top of the order for the Irish, the center fielder, number 5, Noah.
We see so much baseball
But
in
there
so
was-
many games.
There was a team the other day that had three
Three-
brothers on it.
Yeah, 3 brothers. 3 amigos.
So we get the first bunter on, showing bunt, but throw to the first. That's a way to find out for sure. You know what the batter's planning on doing when you throw off over the first.
He's
already
not really
committed.
taking much of a lead, Joe.
No.
Now here he's extending it a little, but he's getting back.
I thought he was faking, but he wasn't. He did lose the ball. It just happened to be right there at the base. I thought he was trying to make the runner think he lost. There goes the runner. Here goes the throw that he holds up. It was a high throw. It would have been a good ball to throw on. So there's a ball. Batter stepping back in is the leadoff batter, Thrasher. Took another pitch, ball high. He's been showing bunt on every pitch so far.
Well, 2 balls, no strikes. There are none out here in the bottom of the third inning.
Showing bunt. Pulls it back.
Strike.
Takes a strike. I mean, I think if he really wanted to bunt, that would have been a good one to bunt right there. It's almost like he's checking this. And there's a little blooper right over first base nobody can get to.
And that's a hit.
That's a hit. Everybody's going to be safe at every base. That's one of those that nobody can get to play balls.
Little bloop fly, seeing eye. So we got runners at first, runners at second. Still none out here in the bottom of the third inning.
Well, they had runners on early in the first inning, and they had nobody on in the second inning. They got runners on early in the third inning. So right now they're doing good in the odd innings. Throw to second. Letting the runner at second understand, I know where you are. Better stay close or I'm going to pick you off. Throws to the plate.
Strike.
Called strike. Ball inside. Maybe a hair high.
A little high. Well, there's a few fans out there.
Yeah, there are.
Not getting much sun today if they're sitting in the shade there.
Ooh,
Oh.
inside, swung and missed.
It's one of those up in your eyes
Yep,
again, Joe.
yep. That was up in his eyes on the inside. It was on the white line of the batter's box, and he felt it coming toward him and swung at it like swinging for a bee.
So we got runners at first and second, and right
Ball
up
hit
through the
right up
center.
the middle. Nobody can get to it. And the grass is slowing it down, so we got runners advancing. Got a run in, one in third, and runner at first.
So if there was ever seeing eye, the hole was vacated because of the running and the movement, and Central Catholic took
Well, the ball
advantage.
was right up over the base, so it's not like through a position like where the shortstop would have been or the second baseman would have been.
So still no outs, runners on the corners, and it's 2-0 now. Irish up on the Indians.
Showing bunt. Throws the, oh!
Almost had him.
Boy, I tell you what, he threw hard like he was throwing the second. The runner started to come home, and the pitcher caught it through to third, and he was just back.
So, runner on first moves up to second. We've got runners on second, runners on third. 1 run in. It's 2-0.
Ball inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the batter. Runners at second, third. First base is open. And we got a strike. I take it back. They changed the thing. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. I didn't think they had that many pitches on this one. 3 balls and a strike.
Still no outs. No outs.
No outs.
No outs.
Strike 2. So we got full count on the batter. And Weekly hit towards second. The runner's coming home. Going to throw to first. Got the out, but a run scores.
The catcher, number 3, Brody Adams.
All right, we got Brody. Oh, he hits one over second baseman's head to right field. Right fielder gets it, throws it back in quickly, but another run will score. So we have a runner at first base. 1 out.
The Irish are trying to break it open here in the third inning.
Bryce Pummel coming to bat, playing left field today. They've not, hit the pitcher really hard. They're just hitting where somebody's not at sometimes. A little blooper over first base. And
it works.
He's not pitched a bad game. It's just a few flukes went against him that's opened this up more.
So only this part has netting up.
And good batting. Don't want to take away from the other team. Oh, throw to first, and the runner went out about 25, 30 feet from the base, stopped like a deer in headlights. The catcher threw behind him, and so he just started going to second and made it.
Didn't even have a pickle going there, Joe.
No. And that's one thing they always taught you. Never throw behind the runner, always throw ahead of the runner. Right there, the best thing he could have did was take and just started running right toward the runner. The runner doesn't know where to go if you run toward him.
So it's 3-1 on the scoreboard here with 1 out.
Ooh, hard hit, but just foul at third base. Still 1 out. 1 on, 3 in the third inning. And another one pulled foul down third base line. So it's 4 runs in so far for Catholic Central. 3 this inning. And hit down the left field line.
Foul.
And it's foul. And boy, the left fielder went over and gave it a dying catch. He drove for that ball, but just couldn't get it. Great try.
So full count, 3-2, 1 out. Bottom of the third inning, 4 runs in total for Catholic, none for the Indians of Cedarville.
They do have a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, solid base hit should score the run from second.
Right. Unless there's too much in the air, which makes him hold up to see what it's going to do, because there's only 1 out.
Time's called.
The batter called timeout. Ooh, must have been low. Ball 4.
Coach is making a trip to the mound. Coach Snyder wants to talk it over, I assume.
Yeah. He may want to make a change so before anything else happens.
Except that there's no one, there's no batting or pitching practicing going on out there on the mound. So
He's making a change. Bringing in, I think, the third baseman.
well, if he brings in someone that's out there anyway, he doesn't really have to worry because
No.
a couple throws and they're ready to go, especially on a day like today.
And they've been warming up before the inning, throwing to first base and stuff, so they've got their arm already warmed up. Miller going to the dugout while they're doing their talk. Let's see who's going to be pitching. Is it number 8? Is it going to be Winter?
Looks like number 8.
I think 8 was playing third base, so let me check my lineup here. Yeah, Winter was playing third, and I think he did look at the third baseman come in. So Winter will be pitching.
Number 12 going out. So he's going to be
I think he's going to
third?
shortstop,
short.
and the third baseman will probably move over to.
You mean the short?
Shortstop will move over to third base.
Now pitching for the Indians, number 8, Jacob Winter.
So still only one out here in the third inning with the Irish batting.
And this is their season. They lose this, their season's over. So he's going to try to do whatever he can to.
Yeah, it's Winter go home, Joe.
I thought you said Winter go home. He's pitching. Winter's going to pitch us in the summer here.
You're listening to CampusNation.com, the Internet Sports Authority, and WZAA 106.9, LPFM in Jeffersonville, Ohio. Rick Phillips with Joe Davis, the forgetful Joe Davis.
Yeah, forgetful.
You remember why you're here, Joe?
Where are we?
Some place in Springfield, Ohio.
What are we doing here today?
Well, I don't know what you're doing. I'm trying to do
I never
a game.
know what I'm doing.
So Winter's got.
Now batting.
He's warm and ready to go.
He's ready to go.
So it's pitcher batting and pitcher pitching.
Pitching. Pitcher versus
against
pitcher. Runners at first and second. One out. And the catcher said, wait a minute, I forgot something in the dugout.
Well, he talked briefly with the coach.
Yep. Trying to get signs ready or what, the things going on, make sure they're on the same wave path. Wavelength, whatever. All right, looking in for the sign. Ball outside. I'd say come in grooving with a couple of pitches because the first pitch they're gonna probably take it to see what you got. And gets a strike on the outside corner.
So it's 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike. That's
one out.
Usually called 1-1, yes. Strike 2.
Well, it's one of those 3-ball walks, Joe.
Is that it? Rick and his 3 balls thing, I tell you. And foul going out of play over the grandstand. Ooh, smacked on top of the grandstand down the first base line. Looking in for the sign. Runners with their leads. Ball just outside.
That was close.
And because every time I'm ready to say ball, the umpire goes strike. So I never say until I see his arm move.
Well, at least you're not right behind him, so
Yeah,
you're not going to get
I'm
him
over the left.
ticked
yeah,
off, huh? That's out.
That's outside. Well, I'm not directly behind him. I'm off more toward the batter.
So we got a full count with 1 out.
Hard for me to see that outside corner. Full count, 1 out. Runners may be on the move here.
I doubt it.
I didn't say they would. And
Strike.
strike 3.
Good comeback. So Winter gets the strikeout here. There's now 2 outs in this very long third inning. The Irish have scored 1 in the first
Ben
and
Thomas.
3 in the third.
Number 8.
Indians are still blank.
DHing. He's the DH for their team today. 2 outs, men at first and second. So even if he doesn't get a strikeout, you've got an infield that can field the ball. You got to force it third, second, or first. And what you want to do here is throw strikes. Ball high, 2-0. And low, 3 balls, no strikes.
He may not be worried too much if he walks this batter, simply because then you've got an out at any base.
Right, but you're putting a guy at third that's on second, so. And that's ball 4, not even close.
4 straight balls, and that is a walk.
That's what they call it. Oh, they look at the bat boy.
The first baseman, number 16, Tim Null.
No, and if he gets a hold of one, he could really wide open this game right now. We don't need it to go any further because there's plenty of innings to get back in this game.
You're hoping that he's going to hit it, if he does it all, at someone.
Strike 1, yes. He hits it at
you
someone.
hit it in the gap, and you're going to score 3 runs at least.
Right. You got right field very open and left field over shortstop very open. And foul out of play toward the right. 2 strikes, no balls, 2 strikes. So after walking one with 4 straight balls, come back and get 2 straight strikes.
Well, one of the things you're not going to see is the runners are not going to be able to run much since the bases are loaded, so you've eliminated that.
Right. But when the ball's hit, they don't have to worry where it's going, if it's in the air or anything. They're just going to take off going as hard as they can go, which earlier in the inning they might have had to hold up a little bit to watch. Ooh, ball. Must have been low.
Looks like Winter wanted that one, huh?
I think he did.
So, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
2 strikes, 2 outs.
3 runners on the bases. Bases are jack full of Irish. That's a strike.
There's a strike. Yep. That one was up a little bit more. I took that one.
So, after 3 innings, it's 4-0. The Central Catholic Irish over the Cedarville Indians.
That was the 8th batter of the inning. I was running out of paper.
So who's up in the 4th inning, Joe?
Up in the 4th inning. I'm not up yet, but all right, we have Miller leading off, Winter, and Johnson.
Let's see what we got here, Joe. Well, attention all pet lovers. Wolfgang Bakery and Grooming is here to spoil your furry friends with top-notch care and affordable accessories. From grooming services to personalized pet products, Wolfgang has everything to make your pet feel special. Don't forget to check out our selection of healthy foods and treats. Your pet will thank you. Let us treat your furry friend like the king or queen they are. Wolfgang, located at Destination Outlets in Jeffersonville, Ohio. Of course, home to WZAA and Campus Nation.
And Rick Phillips.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Have you ever heard of the Launch, L-A-U-N-C-H? It's down at 71 and 35. It's like Scene 75 or whatever. It's bowling, games to play, things, pizza. It's a fun place to go with a group of your age. A group to go down, bowl, play games, eat pizza.
Leading off for the Indians here in the top of the 4th. Number 1, the catcher, Jackson Miller.
Jackson Miller coming to bat.
Today's tournament action being brought to you by Destination Outlets in Jeffersonville, Ohio. Oh,
To show you where their game is right now, he's the second batter of the game for Cedarville, and this is the fourth inning, and it's only his second time coming to the plate. Ooh,
that was
ball
close.
two. Must have been low. 2 balls, no strikes. Because a lot of those I can tell it's, the width of the plate looks like down the middle, so it must be low when they. Another ball low. 3 straight balls to Miller. I have to tell Miller they're afraid of him. They're pitching around him.
Is that it?
That's it. And he took ball 4. They just put him straight on.
4 straight balls there, Joe.
Didn't want his power showing up here.
Now, that was a 4-ball walk.
That was a 4. I call 4 balls. You're the one that calls 3-ball walks.
Batting number 8.
Winter, now pitching.
Jacob Winner.
Was third base, now pitching. Unhit in the
That's
center
a
field, but
gapper.
it's trailing
That's
away
a
from
gapper.
the center fielder. We got Miller going around third. We got Winter going into second. He's going to go into third. Here comes the throw. Beats him.
He's
Does
out.
he get in?
He's out.
No. Never make the first out at third base. And he did.
But Cedarville scores a run on that.
Yep. I mean, they did a good job of once he got to the ball, getting it to the cutoff man, and the cutoff man to a perfect throw. And it took a really good throw to get him. 2 good throws.
Yeah, it was a good throw.
Now batting for the Indians.
But I think it was a stretch, trying to stretch it to a triple.
Yes. Be happy with what you got when you're 4 runs down.
Oh, they appealed, said the runner might have missed the base or something. So umpire says safe.
Well, that umpire's got an angle. This coach may have said, hey, he got in. This umpire could say, yes, he got to the base before the tag came down. So they asked the other umpire his view. 8-6 to 5. And a ball hit to third, bounced that ball for the chest, and he's going to get Johnson. Johnson hits that ball hard, I'll tell you this.
See, that could have scored a run if he would have still had.
Well, he'd probably be at third right now, because he'd have been at second, going to third. He might have went.
Sounds like the Indians are starting to wake up here.
Right, they've been hitting the ball all night.
Oh, they definitely have the offense. If they put it together, they've got the offense.
So we got 1 out, 1 on. Dre the batter. And a swing and a miss. Come on, Dre Locks, get a hold of that ball. A lot of empty holes out there. Don't have to hit it hard, just hit it where nobody's at. Steve Reich, 2. You roll one between first and second, it's going to go through. Advance the runner to third. So that's all we need is hit the ball where somebody's not.
Top of the 4th inning.
And foul out of play to the right. We got a small rally starting here. We got a run in, first run of the game. Ball outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And ball hit towards center field. Is it going to drop? No, center fielder comes in, catches it. He throws to first. Lucky it didn't get through, or we'd have had a man on second. Nice hit by Dre. Unfortunately, right at somebody. See if he hits that same ball in a gap, going somewhere.
Chase Baldwin for the Indians.
So we got 2 outs. Baldwin, the DH, is up to bat. Hits down the third base line, but pulled foul.
This coming Wednesday on WZAA, we've got the Sports Juggernaut. Juggernaut at 6 o'clock. And then again, we've got a couple of our broadcasters that have not been on for a while coming back.
Throw to second on the steal.
He's out.
Nope.
Oh. Tony Mancuso.
Long runner, long legs.
He'll be coming in from Columbus, Ohio.
Mancuso.
Yeah, Mancuso has done a lot of our Wilmington High School football broadcasts on Campus Nation. And
Is he a lawyer?
he is an attorney, yes.
Yes. Strike 3 looking.
Oh.
Too many looking third strikes in this team all year long.
Irish still lead 4-1.
So we do get one run. Could possibly have had more, but unfortunately, we got to look at what we got and go forward.
And joining Tony will be Greg Henning. Greg Henning will be coming to us from Columbus, Ohio.
Isn't he a magician?
No, he's not a magician. But he is. He'll be handling. I think they're going to be talking American and National League, and Tony will be handling, in particular, the Cincinnati Reds, and Greg will be handling. Well, Greg's team's the Yankees, who are, I think, still currently in last place.
I
But that's
probably couldn't tell you 4 Reds players that are actually playing right now. So.
Yeah, well.
And I used
we
to.
We won't go into that, Joe.
No, I used to live and die for the Reds, but last couple of years, it's like if the owners don't care, I don't care.
Well, if it means anything, I've been to the stadium once, the new stadium, which is the old stadium now.
Yeah.
The new stadium once since it's been built.
Well, I've been here a couple times, but we went down to because there was a Christian singing group,
That doesn't count.
and we went down to watch the singing group.
Oh,
after
I mean,
the game.
there was a game?
There was a
right?
game.
Oh, okay.
And we watched the game, and then after you get down and watch.
Well, I went down there because Charlie Hargrave had tickets, and he asked if I wanted to go. I didn't really want to, but I lamented, and we went down and we watched a game. I don't even know whether the Reds won or lost that game or not.
And the worst part about it is I was going to take my grandson last year to a game. Just me and him go. He was only like 6 years old. I'll take him to a baseball game. Just to get the cheapest seats I could find, count and pay for 2 seats, pay for parking alone, I'm over $100. And now I've got to buy food for us to eat with it because, kid's going to want – he's not going to sit there for the whole baseball
Now you're
game.
up to $1,500.
Oh, my God. It's like – I can't afford it. So I decided, I may go to the Dragons.
So the bottom of the 4th inning here, Irish stepping in.
We got Thomas,
Strike.
Reich, and Thrasher. Wait a minute. Adam Thomas, is that what they're saying? I had him striking out last inning. Okay, I'm looking at the thing on center field.
The graphics.
The graphic says Thomas, but it's Null batting. No.
No is batting.
Oh, Null made the last out last inning. I marked that wrong. Thank you. I'll catch that.
Strikeout.
Okay,
Irish
Thomas.
goes to the top of their order, the center fielder, number 5, Noah Thrasher.
So Thrasher is up with 1 out here in the 4th inning. Bottom of the 4th to be. The winner of this game gets to play the number 1 seed in the bracket.
Noah Thrasher.
Two balls. 2 balls. No strikes. 1 out. No one on.
Winter's been doing a good job since he's got in there. He struck out a couple batters at the end of the inning,
That is a strike.
and he struck out the first batter of this inning. So he struck out, I think his last 3 batters, he struck out today. Right, the winner has since he's came in. Struck out Thomas, Naw.
Well, the scoreboard is a little slow in posting the balls and strikes.
Yes.
That's a ball. It's 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike. After striking out 3 straight batters, he's went 3-1 on this batter.
Perfect day for baseball. Actually, it's a perfect day for a lot of things.
Strike foul.
Unless you're going to go skiing or water skiing. I guess it would work for that. 3-2.
I don't do either.
Well, I have water skied, but I wouldn't get on a pair of water skis now.
No, not now. And I used to get on a tube thing as the boat pulled the tube,
But my brother always tried to make sure I flipped over about 9 times when he pulled.
All right, 3-2 pitch. 1 out. See if Winter can put this batter away.
Full count. And off the glove of the pitcher
it goes
to
to
the
the
second
second
baseman to the first. So we're going to mark that 1-4-3.
He gets an assist, in other words, Joe.
Yes.
So there's 2 outs now.
2 outs. Bases are still empty. Hopefully they put a period on them scoring so it gives them time to come back. But
Gutierrez is going to be up, Joe.
got to play.
You want to say that?
Gutierrez.
Caleb
Gutierrez.
All right,
Gutierrez.
okay.
I know how to say it.
Well, after 2 games, you should finally get it right.
Well, it was misspelled the first time I tried to do it.
That's because you wrote it down wrong.
The shortstop, number 7, Caleb.
Coach knows his own player. All right, 2 outs here in the 4th inning, bottom of the 4th inning.
Number 7 playing shortstop, Gutierrez. Ball way outside. Nobody on, 2 outs. You just go right at the batter. That's ball 2-0.
It's on both sides of the plate. Let's have one down the center now.
Yeah.
Let your defense back you up. Just put it in play.
I think too many. I'm not saying anything about this pitcher, but too many
Try to
pitchers
be too fine?
They try to be. I've got to strike the guy out to get the out, and you don't. You've got how many outfielders or infielders and outfielders out there to back you up?
Well, we've got 3 straight balls, Joe. 3-0.
After 2 straight outs, we go to 3-0 on the next batter. Down
Strike.
the middle.
3-1.
And my thing is, if you get 2 outs, nobody on, just attack the batter. I mean, the worst they can do usually, get on base, but you've got a better chance of getting somebody, getting him out better than you do if you throw outside pitches or.
That's a
Strike
strike.
2, so we're full count.
Winter making his comeback, huh?
Winter a long way around to get here, but we're there.
3-2-2. 2 outs. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 4th inning. Irish up 4-1.
And hit.
That's a
base
hit.
Yep. He hit it over second base, right where nobody was. Which is what I was telling what our guys needed to do a while ago. We were hitting the ball hard, but right at the center fielder, right at somebody. Just hit it where they're not. Just get it over second baseman's head. Base hit. Will Lopez coming to bat. Number 2, and playing right field today. Got a runner on first.
Got to see a steal here.
2 outs. I'm not sure. He's got a nice lead off. He's going no. Little fake. He took about 3 quick steps and stopped. I used to like to do that. Make them think I'm going and not go.
They would not believe you're going, Joe.
Oh, I was speedy.
Safe.
If that ball right there was on the
Other side of the bag.
side, I think they had him.
Yep.
But it was tailing towards shortstop, and then he had to catch and bring it all the way around.
Right. That's what did it.
2 outs, 1 on second base. Count is 1 ball to the batter. Strike. Swing and miss. Up 2 strikes. I thought there was another strike, but
Like I said, the scoreboard's a little slow.
well, we got ball players that are inside doing the thing, so it's
They probably get engrossed in the game.
foul up out of play over our head. Heard it hit the top of the roof. There it goes rolling down.
Almost hit your car, Joe.
Yeah. I never thought one of those I said goes over the top. It could be going right toward my car.
We have had broken windshields.
Oh, thanks for telling me that now.
Those college players? You never know.
You got it, Champion City Kings players. They had that. You got that one thing that shatters like a.
That's a ball.
Ball inside. He's a late steal, and he's got
Safe.
there. Yes. That's what you call delayed steal. He didn't break until after the catcher caught the ball.
And I've obviously caught them not paying attention.
He just kept pinching more and more off, and the catcher catches it, and all of a sudden now he's only got like 25 feet to go, and he just runs.
Good move by the Irish there.
Ball outside.
Full count.
Full count to batter, 2 outs. Nobody, only runner on is third, so it's not like anybody taking off on this pitch.
Gonna steal home.
You need to attack this batter, make him swing. And he did, and it's fouled. And first baseman
Got it.
Dre made
Got
a great
it.
catch.
Great catch.
He's running way into the grass and reached out and made a snag. Running through the grass like that, it's harder to do than you think.
So we're gonna go to the 5th inning, Joe.
Yep. Going to the top of the 5th inning. First batters of the inning for Indians are Lyde, Burr, and Cross.
Hey, if you're hungry for a snack that's soft on the inside but crispy on the outside, look no further than Philly Pretzel Factory. Only at Philly Pretzel Factory can you find hand-twisted, freshly baked pretzels that are perfect for any occasion. Whether you're tailgating, watching the game at home, or just need a quick and delicious snack, Philly Pretzel Factory has you covered. So come on in and try our famous pretzels today. Philly Pretzel Factory, where pretzels are always hot and the smiles are always welcoming. Philly Pretzel Factory, located at Destination Outlets in Jeffersonville, Ohio.
I've heard people talk about you saying you were a little crusty on the outside, but a soft guy on the inside.
Soft guy on the inside. So we are in the 5th inning. We play 7 unless we go to extra innings. And anything's possible, Joe. Extra innings is very possible.
Yeah, with you saying it all the time, it is.
Even they're looking at me.
He is the jinx.
I pull this off all the time.
We're going to basketball. Hey, can we go into overtime? No, Rick, do not talk about that.
I was here one time. Game started at 5:35. We didn't leave this stadium until 12:15.
Ooh. Lyde batting, fouls the ball off to the right. Strike 1.
Remember, we had a rain delay, and they
So a long strike, Joe.
Long strike.
Still not on the scoreboard.
And another swing and a miss.
2 strikes.
That was on the. We got a punter. So now we got 2. Now we got none. Now we got 2 again.
So Lyde is batting with 2 strikes now. No balls, no outs in the inning so far. We're in the top of the
Whatever.
yeah,
5th.
5th.
Down the right field line, but going foul. And I thought he had him a base hit there when it first left his bat, but
Just beyond the reach of the first baseman.
just kept going to the right.
You're listening to CampusNation.com, the Internet Sports Authority,
We have Lyde, Bird, and Cross batting this top of this inning here.
and WZAA 106.9 LPFM in Jeffersonville, Ohio.
And another foul ball out. If you keep fouling off the strikes and taking the balls, you'll end up at least walked.
Wasting some pitches at least.
Bramwell still pitching for Catholic Central.
He's going to call it.
Strike 3. He started to. The ball was on his wrist. He decided not to swing, and the umpire said, yep. I actually thought that was a little in, but I'm not down there calling it.
Well, no, and we're up here. You can pretty much tell whether it's a strike or not,
Yeah.
but that was close to the inside
If it's
corner
that close,
there.
you got to swing. You can't.
Yeah, especially when you're down by 3 runs.
And ball going in on his hands, and he fouled that off to the third base side up into the
Well,
stands.
fortunately, there wasn't someone sitting in that seat.
Yeah.
Or maybe they would have caught the ball. You never know.
And might have. I know nobody else.
So a
did
long
it.
strike.
Steve
One
Reich
out.
One
Here in
out.
the 5th inning, the top of the 5th.
Ball outside. Now that was in the batter's box, so that had to be a ball.
Yeah, that was a no-doubter.
Although on my grandson's little league team, there was an umpire. They were throwing balls in the middle of the batter's box on the other side, and he's calling them strikes for both teams. And it's like, wow, you want out of here quick tonight. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Ball high and outside.
Pitcher's a little wild.
I mean, it's amazing how sometimes they can throw 3 straight strikes down and get a batter out, and the next batter comes up and they're not even close to the strike zone. 3, 1, and 1. And
Strike.
takes one down the middle. Burr took that one.
So it's a full count, 3-2. 1 out, 5th inning, top of the 5th.
Cross on deck. And right back to the pitcher, knocked by his glove, slowed down.
That's a base hit.
And that is a base hit. Outruns the ball at first.
So the Indians have a base runner.
Burr on first, Cross coming to bat.
Now batting the right fielder, number 6, Tyler Cross.
And since we're in the 5th inning, this is a good time to score a couple runs here, get a little closer, chip away at the Irish's lead.
You said.
No, I said 5th.
Listen to it later.
I never listened to it, Joe.
I know. Oh, high pitch, and he swung and missed. It's like up in the eyes over the plate, but he swung at it, missed.
Runner's getting the lead.
1-1, ball inside.
Main thing you don't want to do is you don't want to get picked off.
You do not want to get picked off. And I thought that was going to right field, but it's out of the right side, out of play, up in the stands. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Making good contact. Keep the ball in play. That's the thing. Don't whiff. Keep the ball in play. Make them make something and hit it where they're not.
Oh,
And a slow changeup, and he got caught fishing.
good pitch. 2 outs.
Back to the top
Both
of the order
strikeouts.
for Cedarville, the shortstop, number 2, Braden Griswell.
Braden Criswell batting, number 2, playing shortstop. Well, I think he's playing third base now.
Strike. No.
Or low.
Looked
See,
like
that's
a
what I'm
strike.
saying. When they're low, you can't tell because they're right over the plate. You just got to watch the umpires, see if he moves that right arm or not. And that one's a strike. Well, I'd like to see him hit that one in the right center field right there. It's on the outside corner of the plate. Just drive that right over the second baseman's head. And a high pop-up. Coming back, but way out of play. Up on the upper deck. Rolling out of play.
Got off the top of the Irish's dugout.
Yeah. Oh, did it hit the dugout? It hit the top thing up there. Which
Well,
is
no,
over
it hit the top of the dugout and then bounced up.
Oh, bounced up. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Hit the concrete and bounced up.
Right. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Indians batting, but they need some runs.
Right. Criswell still batting, and Miller, good batter on deck.
Got a runner on base, first base.
We're at the top of the order, so if this is a good place to get a drive going. Ball high.
Two, 2-2, Joe.
2-2-2.
Oh,
And strike 3. Swung at that one. Sort of a weak swing.
so we're going to the middle of the 5th inning with the Irish coming to bat. They're leading 4-1 over the Indians. This is tournament baseball action live from Springfield, Ohio.
All right, Miller, Winter, and Johnson will be up the next inning in the top of the sixth. And
Have you figured out where you're taking me to dinner yet, Joe?
Yeah. I offered to drive you to Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, if I paid, right?
I'd pay for my own if I go to Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, wow. Well, then I might consider that.
Yeah, just to be able to get to Texas
Well, you
Roadhouse.
know,
and eat
when
their
I was
bread.
living up at Polaris in Columbus, we had a Texas Roadhouse.
And you went there without me. Yeah, I
we
understand.
went there all the time.
Yeah, see, without me.
Yeah, it's not really a bad place as far as cost or anything. We ate there probably every other night.
You keep saying it's not a bad place with cost, but you don't want to take me.
Well, we can't drive to Polaris.
No, but just about 6 minutes from here is a Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, okay. All right.
Over on 68 or close to it. 3 balls left on the warm-up. Winter still pitching. Brady Adams, B. Pummel, and
Brody
B.
Adams.
Bramall.
Brody.
I say that all the time. Thank you. I couldn't read the handwriting. I wrote Brady. It's Brody, and I heard that earlier and was going to change it and didn't. Brody Adams, B. Pummel, and B. Bramall. But a lot of B's, and then B. Thomas.
Leading off for
3
the
Bs.
Irish in the bottom
4,
of the fifth,
right in a row.
the catcher, number 3, Brody Adams.
I know one of them's a Ben. I remember hearing that. It's my grandson's name, so I'm going to pick up on that.
So you remembered that, huh?
Yeah.
You just don't know which one.
I can't remember which one. I want to say Bramall.
Well, in the last meeting, which is a game we did on Campus Nation, it was a pretty exciting game. The Indians won 6-5. They're going to have to put some runs on the board if they're going to get close this time.
They got to stop this team right now. We're in the bottom, so they've got to stop this team from scoring. They've only had one bad inning. You know, they've got 1 run, no runs,
Third inning.
3 runs, no runs. So, you know, they've had 1 bad inning against them. There's a high pop-up.
Shortstop.
Shortstop's going back and gets it.
One down.
F6. And
The center fielder, number 11, Bryce Pummel.
right Pummel. And the pitcher wants to pummel him right now, I tell you.
Don't trigger anyone, Joe.
I've just got these real quick, quippy sayings, you know.
Oh, they're quick, pithy sayings, right?
Pithy. And
Oh, that's a base
line
hit.
drive just by the first baseman, right into right field. Base hit.
Who pummeled who?
Yeah.
The pitcher, number 9, Ben Bramall.
Ben Bramall. I told you that was Ben. Ben Bramall, number 9.
1 out, 1 on first base here in the.
He's been pitching today.
Has he?
Yes, I've
Okay.
been doing a good game
Doing a
today.
good job. 5th inning.
But he's only gave up 1 run so far.
Yeah.
So throw over to first, trying to keep him close. And a late swing, foul tip off to the first base side. One out, 1 strike, 1 on. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. It's the onesies. Foul out of play to the right. Still in the no, that made 2 strikes. 1-2, 1-1.
These nets don't quite protect the stands
And it stops right there.
on both sides.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's low, and so
Yeah.
it goes above.
You can go above.
Right.
They're trying to stop the line drive going into there.
Ball
And
gets
ball
away.
gets away from the catcher, and the runner easily trots into second base. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out, 1 on, second base. Or now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Swing and a miss.
So there's 2 outs now.
The DH.
B. Thomas.
Ben Thomas.
Ben Thomas, 2
And,
Bens.
and this is what we needed. So hopefully they'll shut this batter down, and they'll get 2 more shots at these Central
Swing and a
Catholic
miss,
Irish.
strike 1. Well, there's so much movement between the shortstop and second baseman going to second. You're always worried about the ball being hit right where they were.
Well, that's what happened earlier.
Going to third. Third baseman cuts it off. Throws to first. Got the out. 3 outs. 5-3.
The Irish 4, Cedarville 1.
All right.
Going to the 6th inning. All righty. Coming to bat for the Indians in the top of the 6th. 2 innings to go. Down 4-1. If you're going to make a move, you need to make a start on it. And here it is. Miller leading off, followed by Winter and Johnson. Miller is a good batter. He went 4 for 4 in the next game. One time he went, right after that, he went 3 for 4. He can get on by a bunt or base hit. Good, nice speed.
Attention all parents. Are you looking for a one-stop shop for all your toy needs? Look no further than Gizmo's Toy Lab. We have everything from the classic Lego sets to the educational Melissa and Doug toys that'll keep your kids entertained and learning. But wait, there's more. We also carry the latest and greatest RC racetrack sets for those with the need for speed. Come to Gizmo's Toy Lab and let your imagination run wild. Gizmo's Toy Lab at Destination Outlets in Jeffersonville, where fun and learning come together. And by the way, if you're looking for toys, you go to Gizmo's. The kids can play with the toys, whether you buy them or not. So, and if you played with the toys, Joe, no, you've done the RC racetrack, right?
Racetrack. I did the racetrack over there last year. It was fun. Then a couple kids came in. I had to stop and give it to them.
That's right. You had to give it to the kids, right?
Ain't going kids.
Top of the 6th inning.
Leading off the top of the 6th, number 1, Jackson Miller.
Jackson Miller. Number 1 on his back, number 1 in your hearts.
Let's see if Miller can get something going here for the Indians. Right now, it's been basically all Irish. Strike?
Nope.
No.
Ball. That's been low. Ball 1. I think he's walked on 4 straight balls last time, all low. Ball 2.
Well, it's the same place.
He's a short batter, so maybe they're trying to throw it down to him, or just get
You think?
I don't know. That's 6 straight balls they've thrown to him. 7 straight balls they've thrown to this batter, all low.
Well, maybe there's something that they know that we don't, right?
Yeah, well, like I said, he's went 4 for 4 and 4 for 3, so maybe or 3 for 4. Outside, nope, strike.
Yep, that's a strike.
And he swings. It's rolling slowly down toward third.
That's
Came
gonna-
in, scooped up, throwing to first. Overthrows. He's going to go to second. Like I said, he's got speed. He makes things happen. Miller with a single and gets the second on the air.
Well, this is something definitely the Irish didn't want to do. They don't want to give the Indians any chance to come back into this game and get in this game, and they've just handed them a
Well, by getting the second, now he takes the force play out.
right.
Winter, who's now pitching, started at third, now pitching, is batting. Miller has scored the only run for them so far, too, and he's on second base. And Winter has made outs both times, but he has flied out the first time and hit a ground ball that was off the pitcher's glove the second time. And hit towards short. Just gets by the runner. He's going to go around third and head home. Here comes the throw home, and no, the coach says no. Let's stop, which is a smart play.
And the runner at second distracted the fielder,
Right.
so that's what happened.
And as long as you don't do it on purpose, and he didn't have time to do it on purpose.
No, and he obviously wasn't hit by the pitch. So
No.
any way you look at the distraction was enough to allow that to get through the infield.
Right.
And so now the Indians definitely have something going on here with
basically-
runners on the corners.
Basically with big batter Johnson, who can powder this ball out of here. if he
Johnson
gets the
could
right
tie this up here real quick.
Usually they fake the third and then go to first. He just backed off the rubber and then faked the first. And the runner goes to second.
They're not going to throw. So
Oh no, you wouldn't even expect it. Now the only bad thing is here, if they know this batter, they could pitch around him a little bit here, so he's not going to drive one on him. But then that loads bases up with no outs. So
yeah, they don't want to do that.
And a slow roller hit toward third, takes a bad bounce.
Safe.
He's safe at first all the way around.
And a run scores.
Run scores from first. Runner goes to third.
Yep.
And runner at first. So we got runners at the corners, no outs. Dre the batter. We got a rally going now.
This is looking eerily like the last game that these two teams played when the Indians nipped them at the end of the game 6-5.
All right, got my rally hat on now. And runner goes to second. So we got runners at second and third, no outs.
Yeah, it's not a stolen base.
Dre's the batter.
They haven't registered the
Tying
second
run
run on the scoreboard yet.
Tying
do they?
run at second base. Inside.
Scoreboard still has the score 4-1. I guess it's wishful thinking.
Yeah.
All right. We could tie this up with a good base hit.
Base hit ties this game. Thrown over the batter's head.
Your Ohio State call there. And it's fouled back. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Indians have runners at second and runners at third. They've already scored a run here in this inning. They're hoping to score more.
2-2 to count. 2 on.
Base hit can tie this game up.
Dre's a good batter. And hits a high pop-up. Nope, nobody on first.
So 1 out.
Third baseman came in and caught that ball near pitcher's mound. So it's F5. 1 out. Batter's Baldwin.
Number 18 now batting for the Indians.
Lied on deck. Baldwin does get a lot of contact.
They've got the second run on the scoreboard now. Foul ball, strike 1.
4-2. 2-4-0. 4-7-3.
Be nice to tie it up right here.
Right.
Strike.
Steve Wright, that's a good pitch. He's got to take that pitch right over second base. I mean, there's a second baseman standing 6 feet from second base. He hits that outside pitch and just dribbles it between second and first. He's got a base hit. He doesn't like that outside pitch, but sometimes you got to take what they give you.
Yeah, second baseman holding the runner at second.
There's a hole a mile wide over there.
You could bunt it through there and run forever.
If he's going to give you the outside pitch, take it and smack it right through second baseman's position. I mean, he's holding him on like a first baseman would. Oh, foul
kidding.
ball.
Oh,
Nope.
Off the bat.
Off the bat. Pitch was inside and high, and he sort of ducked out but held the bat near his head, and the ball hit the heel of the bat. So he got 2 strikes. Protect that plate. Don't take a third strike now. Ball high and inside again for a ball this time. He lowered the bat this time and ducked out.
It's got a ball, a strike, 1 out. Here in the 6th inning, Indians have 2 runners on.
And hit slowly toward short. Third baseman comes in, cuts it off, throws. There's nobody at third, so the runner is going to second. From second to third.
Excellent play there. We score another run.
Scored a run and moved another runner into better scoring position.
It's now 4-3. The tying run at third base.
Number 10, Jacob Blythe, now batting.
Say 2 outs. Slides up. Tying run at third base. Ooh, slow pitch.
That was a nice pitch.
That was a nice pitch. Took it a little bit off, and he swung through it. 1 strike. And foul to the right, out of play. 2 strikes. Protect the plate. That's the key thing to do here. Protect the plate.
Let's not get hung out to dry at third base, though.
No. Strike 3. Like I said, protect the plate.
All right, so we're going to the middle of the 6th inning, but the Indians have pulled within 1, and the momentum has shifted here.
It has.
In Springfield, Ohio.
Sort of like last time they played.
That's right. This is a mirror image of the last game they played. We know the outcome of that, Joe.
Yes. 6-5.
And you got your rally cap on.
I got my rally cap on. All right, we're coming to bat. In the bottom of the 6th is A. Thomas, Thrasher, and Gutierrez.
Very good, Joe.
Thank you.
You got every one of those right.
Every one.
There's even 2 A Thomases. You got Adam and Aiden.
Yes. I got Aiden is playing third base. Adams playing second base. We got 2 A's, 4 B's, a WC, and an N.
Now you do your ABCs, right?
Yeah, I know.
Today's game being brought to you by Destination Outlets in Jeffersonville, Ohio, home of the WZAA and Campus Nation studios. Get ready for a shopping experience like no other at Destination Outlets. Our one-stop shop offers premium brands and great deals for everyone with designer fashions, kids' clothing, and homewares. It's not just about shopping. We have a delicious array of food options from fast food to a sit-down restaurant. Plus, our dog park is the perfect spot for your furry friends to stretch their legs while you shop till you drop. Experience the perfect day out with the whole family at Destination Outlets. Shop, eat, and play. That's what we say, Joe.
That's it.
Shop, eat, and play. Destination Outlets, Jeffersonville, Ohio.
You taking us out to eat after the game? She's talking. That's
yeah.
Leading off for the Irish in the bottom of the 6th, number 16, Tim Null.
All right, we need to shut these Irish down in this inning.
Tim Null, number 16.
Winner of this game advances to play the number 1 seed in this bracket. Way outside.
Way outside. We got Null, Adam Thomas, and Noah Thrasher, the first 3 batters in this inning.
Strike.
Strike. 1-1.
Strike 2.
Strike 2.
One ball, 2 strikes, no outs.
Swung on late. It's going down, but it goes foul. And I thought when that first hit, I thought it was going to be one of those just over the first baseman's head in fair territory. They've had some nice hits like that.
Seeing eye hits.
Just seeing eye hits. Just hit it where they ain't. That's the thing. I mean, the ball was almost past him by the time he decided to swing at that and almost got a base hit out of it.
We're coming to you from Carleton Davidson Stadium, home of the Wittenberg Tigers. Okay.
Foul tip.
Umpire
Foul tip.
got one,
Yep.
so the catcher will give the ump a little bit of time to clear the cobwebs. He's going out to see the pitcher, but in effect, what he's doing is giving the umpire a little bit of chance to
get the cobwebs out of his head.
Right.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, looks like our umpire's back to ready. All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs here in the 6th inning.
Ooh, ball high. After he caught it, I could see it was high, but when it was coming in, it looked so good coming in.
This is the second university stadium that we've done a game for the Cedarville.
Oh, off the pitcher's glove again to second base.
Just another
throw it
assist.
Another assist.
And, of course, our game earlier in the season was at the University of Cincinnati, and a game that Cedarville was on the short end of the stick that time.
Yep. 1-4, but that was, again, good close game. I was watching that on
they played,
YouTube the other day.
They played Hubbard.
And they're from Youngstown.
That's right.
They drove all the way down to Youngstown, and then they were going to play at Circleville a couple games, Chillicothe.
Yeah, they had quite the tour going on there.
I think they were then going to go to Marysville and then all the way back up to Youngstown.
So 1 out and almost hit him.
Boy, it was coming right at him and broke at the last second, and it didn't miss him by half an inch, I think. Ball 1. And he swung at that, or bunted at that. Strike 1. So we got 1-1. Again, it's hard to bunt the ball when the ball's coming right at you, and that's what happened there. He threw an inside pitch, and as you square, that inside pitch is hard to bunt. Strike 2. He squared the bunt, pulled the bat back, and took strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Other than 1 bad inning, Cedarville has had a very good ball game today. And he swung, bunted at the ball.
That's it out.
And that's an out, strike 3.
The center fielder at the top of the order for the Irish, number 5, Noah Thrasher.
Number 5, Noah Thrasher coming to bat. He's playing center field for the Irish today. A little bit of the Irish with you today, my God. And here comes Winter looking in for the count. Strike 1. 2 outs, nobody on, 1 strike.
I'd have thought about starting this guy.
Oh, he does many times.
He's pitched a whale.
He starts many of their games.
Third base.
Strike out, hit the third.
So we're going to the top of the 7th. This is where the ball game is.
5-3 for the third out. All right. Coming to bat. Top of the 7th.
Could it be extra innings, Joe?
It's due now or never. And Rick and his, go. You can hit him. I have no problems with that.
Everybody's raring for these extra innings here. We want to see a long game, maybe 9-10 innings.
I got nowhere to go tomorrow. I can I can sleep.
That's right. We're not in any hurry to get to, where are we going, Texas Roadhouse?
Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, they close at 10.
Well, we're going to get there at 9:45.
Yeah, they'll seat us even if we get there 5 minutes early or 5 minutes till the hour.
We got Burr, Cross, and Criswell coming to bat unless we have pinch hitters.
Besides, I've got the app.
So 3, 6, and 2 is on the back. So 3 is Burr. He's batting. I'm just checking to see if there's a pinch hitter coming up.
So the Indians have had 4 hits, and the Irish have had 7 hits.
But they've had 3 errors.
The Indians have been very productive in the 3 runs on 4 hits. Yes, and the Irish have had 3 errors. Which I don't know. Did that lead to any unearned runs?
I think in that 1 inning when we scored 2 runs, I think one.
So, Joe, who
they
do we
moved
have,
up.
who do we have coming up here?
coming to bat, which I've said, is Burr, Cross, and Criswell.
So Noah Burr, number 3, will be coming to bat.
Yes, and both Burr and Cross are in the coming to bat. So no pinch hitter.
So are we looking to bat around this inning, Joe?
That wouldn't hurt any. Get me to Texas Roadhouse a little earlier.
That's right.
Tell somebody they're not allowed to be on their phone up in the press box. See, I had a phone call, and I immediately told them to hang up. I had to. Ball 1, outside. Hit down the right field line, but
left
field line.
Joe.
Well, it was
left
to my
is
right.
this side.
It was
right
to
is
my
this
right.
side.
When I looked out the window, it was to my right.
Mm-hmm.
Left field line.
Coach Snyder did not get a chance to field that
that was
ball.
above his head.
And we're not saying he's short.
Strike. Nope, strike 2. I was going to say it must be low, but it was a strike because it looked good here.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got to protect here.
If you're wanting to catch, you got to be aggressive. You can't go up there just waiting to walk. But fouled off. Way to protect the plate. Good job of protecting the plate that time. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball was on the outside. Couldn't tell if it was going to be a strike or not, so he just puts the bat out, makes some contact, and stays alive for the next pitch. Bramall has stayed in for the whole game today, doing a good job.
It's outside.
Let up on that one a little bit. I don't know if he tried to throw a curve and just let up too much or just threw a let up pitch.
He may have wanted him to go fishing.
Right. And he fished for that one and missed. It was right down the middle.
First out in the 7th inning. The Irish are 2 outs away from going to the next level.
Cross at bat, and then we go up to the top of the order, Criswell, Miller, and Winter. If Cross can get on here, then you got the top of the order up. A lot of things could happen.
Well, let's get him on. Strike? Nope.
No low. It's hard, as I said, but those pitches are right over the middle of the plate.
It's only the low ones that I can't pick up.
I know. You can't tell.
Well, we're up here in the press box, so we've got a little different angle than we do normally at Cedarville.
Yeah.
That's outside.
2-1.
1-1.
0-2 or 2-0. 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0. 1 out.
1 out, 2 balls, no strike. Ball outside. When they're that far out, I can call it before.
The Irish are not doing themselves any favors if they're going to put runners on the bases.
I look for a take sign right here. Unless he's aggressive. Ball 4. I know the coach is aggressive. He'll put on a pinch, steal home.
Yeah, he is.
So he could say, hey, they're going to groove you.
Speaking of coaches, we've got the Irish's coach coming out to talk to his pitcher.
Uh-oh.
Perhaps a change.
That or he's going to make sure we're,
See, I don't think that I would not make a change of a pitcher in this situation simply because you're bringing someone in. Now, granted.
You're putting more pressure on him.
That's right. There's more pressure. Plus, we've already got 1 runner on, just 1 out, and you don't want to walk another batter and really put the pressure on him.
He's been in this position many times today and got out of it. He had 1 really bad inning. So, and that wasn't a really bad inning. We scored 2 runs. So, I think he's just talking to him, asking him how he feels, and let's go, let's get this.
So he's going to stay in the game. I think that's a good decision on the part of the Irish's coach.
Get their minds back in the game, get them, and I think this was a good play by the coach. Really do.
Just give him a little break.
Coach John
Criswell
Metzger
is up.
Very good coach. Very good coach.
1 out, 1 runner on first.
Criswell, the batter, leading off. He's the leadoff batter for the Indians. Takes a pitch right down the middle, and he may have had the let's take a strike to see.
Not much of a lead. He's off.
And it was a foul tip, I believe.
Have to go back to first
Yep.
base.
I thought I heard a click.
So they may pay a little more attention to him now.
Yeah.
But once again, that shows you the aggressiveness on the part of the Indians, because even now, with all this game and the balance the way it is, they're still running.
Well, if you can get that guy to second base.
He's off again.
And throws there.
He's out.
He is out. That was a perfect throw.
That was the play of the game. And it wasn't particularly a fast throw or a hard throw to second base, but they already had telegraphed that they were going to try to steal.
Right. And like you said, I don't think he had the biggest
And it wasn't a
of
pitch
leads.
out or anything like that.
No, I
so
don't think he had the biggest of leads. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases empty now. 1 run down. And there's a fly ball in the left field. Left fielder's turning his back. That ball's back there, bouncing off the fence. Now, if he hadn't went, would he have had the same pitch? You know,
that would have been a tie game.
but the pitcher may not have thrown the same pitch with a gut runner on first that he did with the bases empty. So.
Look who's up, Joe.
Number 1, Jackson Miller.
Jackson Miller, my guy. Come on, Jackson.
See if Jackson can jack one out.
Just a base hit here will tie the game. No.
Well, especially after sending him before. You know, you telegraphed that steal.
Coach Snyder, and he said this sometimes, he's an aggressive and sometimes he's too aggressive. And
So we got 1 strike, 2 outs. We are in the top of the 7th inning. The tying run is on second base. It's a grounder.
round to the short, our third. The safe. The ball was high. The first baseman caught it and turned and reached. The question is, did he tag the guy? And if he did tag him, was he already on the base by the time he did?
Yeah.
Now, our coach is down checking out. Maybe he's acting for an interference on the play about a runner running or something. Because, you know, our guy was called safe. I am trying to see what he's asking
Well,
for
if it was
here.
an interference call, it would advance the runners.
Right. So he was asking. But the runner, now here comes the other coach out. Going to ask if there was if this umpire could overcall the play at first.
So he's going to gather his troops. Oh,
He's
going to
gonna go with the other
talk
umpire.
to the second
No,
base umpire.
Who called the runner safe at first? I don't see him changing his call. The only thing I would have seen was the first base umpire saying from his angle.
Shall we go to the instant replay, Joe?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Okay. Our instant.
He was safe.
He was safe.
So we have runners on the corners, 2 outs. This is nail-biting time, Joe.
Yes. 2 out. Base hit will definitely score 1 run. A gapper could put the Indians ahead.
90 feet away.
90 feet away for the first out. And they changed it and called him out at first. He was, in my angle, he did tag him. I thought he was out.
So who made the call? Second baseman?
Both umpires got together and discussed it.
All right, so your final from Springfield, Ohio, the Central Catholic Irish 4 and your Cedarville Indians 3 in a controversial finish to the game here. But both umps got together and they agreed he was tagged and tagged out.
The first base, the home plate umpire had to be 100%. Because if not, leave it on the field for the teams to decide. By calling him out, if you're not 100% sure, then you've taken it away from one team. But if you saw that he was tagged before he got to the base, then you made the right call.
Well, Coach Snyder's not going to win this, so
No.
it doesn't really matter. So.
Personally, from my angle, and you can watch it later, from my angle, I think the first baseman reached around quick enough to tag before he got to the base. Even though I wanted Cedarville to be safe.
We wish the Irish good luck at playing the number 1 seed here. This is Rick Phillips for Joe Davis. Tonight's game being brought to you by Destination Outlets in Jeffersonville, Ohio. WZAA 106.9 LPFM and Campus Nation, the Internet Sports Authority. Yours truly, Rick Phillips. Joe
Davis.
Adieu. Bye, everybody.
I'm not due for anything.